For this question, we got to know what the different. So if we're looking at angles, we have like a little one, which is called acute, and then we have a straight, just takes it L. That's a right angle. This is exactly 90 degrees, and then we have something that's like this. This is called obtuse. So I can see here, right here, I have a right angle. So this is going to be a right. And then I have to look at the sides. When I look at sides, I have, let's see, scalene. That's all are different. All different. And then I have isosceles. Two are the same. And then I have equilateral, equilateral. Three are the same. So in this one, none of them are the same, so it's scalene. And that's it, right scalene triangle. All right, that is the answer. Which of the following makes a proportional relationship? We are looking for 0, 0. So that has 0, 0, that has 0, 0, that has 0, 0. Okay, now we need to make sure we multiply the same number to get to the bottom. X times something is equal to whatever. So let's see. I don't even know how to go for this one. 6 times 1.5 equals 9, but 8 times 1.5 equals 12. It's not A. 2 times what? 2.5 equals 5. So that's, but 8 times 2.5. Let's see, 8 times 2 is 16, and half of 16 is 4. So that's 20. So yeah, if I multiply 8 times 2.5, I do not get 11. I get 20. So it's not that. Here, 4. 4 times 4 is 16. And then 6. 6 times 4 is 24. And 7 times 4 equals 28. Ha! You multiply by the same number to get to the next one. It is D. How many kinds of triangles could you, okay, equilateral triangle. So going back, equilateral means all sides the same length. Two angles are congruent. Yeah, well, so how many could I make? I could make an equilateral triangle with two sides that are congruent. Like this, these two sides would be the same, but since it's equilateral, that side would be the same. So I can make one. Okay, so I could at least make one. So I already made this triangle, so none of the above, that's not part of it. Could I make many triangles with that? I don't think so. Let's see, equilateral. So we got to go back to how many different kinds of triangles could I make? It looks like I can only do one. So I believe it's this. It's not the no triangle because I just made one, okay? So the question is it many triangles or just one triangle? And I was thinking, well, many triangles. I could make a larger one of these where, equilateral, and I have two sides that are congruent. Congruent means the same. Yeah, that word congruent means the same. But I'm just making bigger, smaller ones. I'm not making a different kind of triangle. It's just one triangle that I'm making. So I'm going with D. Find the value. Okay, so 90 degrees. So we have the 2x plus 1, and we have the 19 degrees. And together, they make a right angle, which is 90 degrees. I'm going to put these two together. So 1 plus 19 is 20. I'm solving a two-step equation. So I subtract 20. 2x equals 70. X is 70 divided by 2, which is 35. Hey, cool. It's D. For this one, this whole thing is 180 degrees. So it's going to be 180. Take off the 30. And you have 150 degrees. So this answer can be found. This answer can be found right here. The answer is B. I won't get into the x equals 42. You don't even have to worry about that. Just find the 150 and you got it. Okay, these are vertical angles. They are equal to each other, so I will set them equal to each other. X plus 48 equals 130. And so x is going to be 130 minus 48. Let's see, 130 minus 48. I can't even, it's early in the morning for me. I'm going to have to do this. So that's 2, and that's 12. So 82, I think. Perfect. It's A. So with this, this is in the scale drawing. So that means we can make a proportion, which is two equal fractions. I'll say the width over the length. The width is 12, the length is 18, and the actual length is 108. So I'm hoping 18 will go into 1. I could cross multiply. I can take 12 times 108, 12 times 108, and then divide by 18. That sounds like a lot of work to me. So I'm just, instead, I'm going to not do that. I could, but I'm just going to see if 18 will go into 108. And I think it goes in 6 times. I'm just going to guess. So I'm going to check. 18 times 6 is 8, 4, 108. Okay, so I have to multiply 12 times 6. And 12 times 6, I remember, is 72. So there's my answer. Okay, so how far so the figure below, distance between town 1 and town 2, this distance is 1 and a half, or 1.5. And the scale is, each inch is 7 miles, so that's 1.5 times 7. Okay, 1.5 times 7, I'll do it this way. And 5 times 7 is 35, and that's 10. 10.5, done. Solve the proportion. I happen to see right off the, I could multiply 6 times 28 and then divide by 4. 6 times 28 and divide by 4. That is possible. But instead of that, I just see that, well, 28, or I should say 4 times 7 is 28. So I'm just going to multiply 6 times 7, and 6 times 7 is 42. 155 degrees. This right here is 155 degrees. So the question is, what is the measure of this angle? Well, I should know that this is 180 minus, okay, 155. That's not looking so good. Minus 155, which 525, I think. 25 degrees. So this is 25 degrees, which makes this 25 degrees because these are vertical angles and they're always equal to each other. And we have to now assume that that's 90 degrees right there. It's bad to assume it, but in order to answer this question, we have to. So then this would be 90 minus 25, which is 5. That makes it 365 degrees. Okay. I have the length of the base to the height of this. The length of the base is 2.5 and the height is 8. So I'm taking this and this. Okay, so the actual base is 12.5. What is the actual height? I'll write H for height. I don't really know how many times 2.5 goes into 12.5. I think I'm going to do this just regular style. There's other ways to do it, but I think I'll just do 12.5 times 8 and then divide that answer by 2.5. So 12.5 times 8 is 40, 16, 20. Ooh. Is it 100 even? Okay, so 100. So that's 100 divided by 2.5. I think it's 40. So 2.5 into 100. You have to move the decimal one time. So you have to move this decimal one time here, put it right there. And I need to put a 0 in there. So the 25 now does not go into 1. It doesn't go into 10, but it goes into 100 4 times, which is 100. And that's 40. Yep, I was right. 40. Right here, D. Solve for x. That's 90 degrees. So 90 minus 27 is 63. Okay. What is the measure of an angle vertical to 38 degrees? Well, if this is 38 degrees, the one vertical to that is also 38 degrees. So the answer is 38 degrees. Find the measure of K. Well, all three of these angles add up to 180 degrees. So if I take 180 and I subtract 90, which is that angle right there, minus 34, then I'll get K. So 180 minus 90, that's 90. 90 minus 34 is, I think it's 56 degrees. Find the actual base. Oh, I did this one. I'm going to skip it. Okay, this one's a big one. 5, was it? 5 minus 2 times the quantity x minus 2 plus 5x. Okay, so negative 2 times x is negative 2x. Negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. Negative times negative is a positive. I have 5 and I have plus 5x. Negative 2 plus 5, that together is 3x. And 5 plus 4 is 9. 3x plus 9, hey, right there, D. There it is.